Good evening, friends. I have Champika Sinyal with me. So we have the Hero Women Open Golf Tournament, which is going to start from October 23rd. So, ma'am, sorry, ma'am,
20th.
20th. Okay,
20th to 23rd of October.
okay, 3 days,
4 days.
4 days full. Okay. The opening that day, right? And then we had here Mr. Jay Narayan he's from the Hero Motor Corp, and we had Kavita Singh ji, she's from DLF, and we have Tush Daruga. So he's also the president. He's vice president with DLF. Right, ma'am? So you have those players here today. So how do you feel being a woman about the golf? It's gone places as we've discussed in the press conference.
Yes, we have been very actively involved in promoting a career. Professional golf, after all, it's a skilled career for a woman. There are many children. You may know right now that the whole essence of living today is to try and also have an outdoor life. To have an outdoor career is even more healthy and more meaningful, which is a very important thing that is being missed out in the younger generation of Indians and world over. So, professional golf is a skill which is developed right from a young age till a player is able to stand on their feet and play to a level that they can earn from it. They can have a livelihood from it. This is the most important thing about professional golf. When we were young, there used to be national amateur golf, but after you played for national pride, there was nothing that could be done for a girl. So professional golf started 27 years after men's professional golf. Now, when we started small. Slowly, the decade passed, and more girls started coming. More and more girls performed well on international stages. Our sponsors, Hero, DLF, AIS, they supported us. They could see what is happening. They could see the hunger that these girls had. Golf being one of the toughest sports, in the world, um, self-regulating, full of integrity, discipline. These are all the things that go with golf. Always a misconception has been created that it's an elitist sport. It is not an elitist sport. It's the quality of the game which is considered elite in terms of how you play, how perform. That is the elite part. It's the division of elite and elitist must be very clearly understood in India. Other than that, I would say that the more young people, school-going kids, are getting more interested in the game, looking for an outdoor career. It's a fantastic game, like any other outdoor sport, like tennis. There are a lot of athletes suddenly who are coming into the game. Golf is exactly the same, a little more difficult, but it's got amazing, qualities that a, a human being can imbibe as a sports person.
Right now. And as you said, we have polo and so many other sports where people misunderstand, And you said about cricket. So cricket was played all over, and it was truly earlier an international British sport, but now it's world over, and Indians are doing well. Another thing, ma'am, in the golf thing you've said about caddies. So caddies, how are you helping them, ma'am?
So, caddies in our country, it's another source of employment for them. Um, there are lots of golf clubs that employ caddies, and um, DLF is one of the few clubs in India who actually have and look after their own caddies. There are other golf courses which encourage, they do insurance for their caddies, etc. But on a national scale, there is not enough is being done for the caddy. Lot of people. One of the most important thing I think is that there should be a policy, a national policy, on helping these people out,
You feel so
because
that the state should be supporting them?
definitely the state also must chip in, because in the end, golf and caddies, it's all a part of a growth of skill development.
Yes, true.
So the skill development ministry must come out and support this type of movement. It's not fully understood, unfortunately, and time is moving very fast. When we talk of employment, I think golf can generate in the country, whether it's the military golf courses, whether it's the private golf courses, whether it's the public golf courses, a huge number of employment can be generated from golf courses. In the end, the help of a caddy is vital for the player who's playing. It's vital. So it's a very important part and parcel of the game of golf.
And one more thing,
And
ma'am.
also it'll help to create a big base of players, whether they're females and males. Many different parts of the world, there are women caddies everywhere. We've tried in India, but unfortunately, not enough has been able. We haven't been able to achieve enough in terms of, the caddy, to promote caddy as a skill development. What should I say? Entity.
Yes.
It is really a skill development entity, and
Today,
you have to be able to do that.
you rightly said that today, in fact, the MOS, IT, Skill Development, Rajiv Chandrasekhar, so they have a paddle meeting going on right now at 4:30. So this was some team send of World Skill Development. And my question, what you said about women caddies, which are not there. So I wanted to ask you because I met a lot of caddies from the golf club, Delhi Golf Club, a few years back. So I think some of them I found them like even when I go to polo something. So they say that we have also learned, we watch the players, and some of them have also turned players. So women caddies need to, we need to nurture them. Means the girls need to be, I think, maybe in the future it's going to come up. So thank you, ma'am. And this is Sanjay Agarwal signing off. So we are here today for the press conference of Hero Women Golf Open Tournament, which starts on 20th October. So I have a player. She's just come. She's won a medal. She's Gorika. So Gorika would tell us about herself. When did you start? And
Okay. So my name's Gorika Bishnoi and I'm 24 years old. I've been playing the sport for 14 years and I've been a professional golfer for 6 years. In 6 years, I finished number one twice in the country in 2017 and 2019. And currently, I play on the Indian Tour and the Ladies European Tour.
okay, so what inspired you at that age? Was it some parents or was it some school? How did
Um,
you get into the game of golf?
I got into the game because of my younger brother. He's the one who started golf first, and I literally followed in his footsteps. And there was no parental pressure at that time. That's why I had the opportunity to fall in love with the sport. And eventually, I just became really passionate about it.
We were speaking to Champika ji just now. So we were discussing about women golf. We were discussing about caddies. She said there are no caddies, women caddies, girls. So do you think that in the future the girls are going to come in the sports?
I think definitely. It's just India is one of the few Asian countries that don't have women caddies. But if you were to go to other Asian countries, for instance, Thailand and Indonesia, all the caddies are women. So definitely, I think it is something that can be looked into.
Okay. And where all have you played? Which all countries have you been playing? So could you tell us a few?
Yeah, a lot of countries. I've played in Mexico, China, Indonesia, Malaysia, a lot of countries. I played in Europe.
How's the golf course over there as compared to India? I mean,
I feel DLF Golf and Country Club is one golf course in India that comes at par with the international standards. Other than that, not a big difference.
okay.
Yeah.
So is it not the weather makes no? Does it make the
Of course
weather
it
like?
does. Weather definitely makes a difference because if you're playing in Europe in winters,
Yes.
it can get extremely cold and that might be something you're not accustomed to.
Yes.
And if you play in really humid countries like Thailand in peak summer, that can be a different challenge in itself.
Actually, we were just coming, all of us. Most of the media was at the Delhi Golf Club. So it was raining, cats and dogs, and they thought that maybe they're going to organize something outdoors for us. But finally, it didn't happen. And then they said we do a lucky draw. So I'm Sanjay Agarwal, and I just won. They took out some lucky draw. So I won a pair of Oakley glasses. And you've seen those. And today,
They're awesome.
they're
I
awesome.
wear Oakley.
Yeah, so I've got it in my bag. So maybe we'll take a picture with you wearing those.
Oh, all right,
Yeah.
sure.
So anything else you want to say for the girls and the women?
I think to every sports person out there, I would say that keep fighting for it. Perseverance really is the key. I had my win today after 3 years, and that's a very long time. And it just feels like last 3 years has been all about lows. But when you reach to this point, it's all really worth it. So just keep going.
And how many hours do you practice every day?
Oh, it just differs, but
You need
anyway.
to. You need to
Of
be.
course, of course. I mean, if you want to be good at something, you have to put in the hours. That's non-negotiable.
And what about your diet or something?
Well,
Does
like,
diet matter?
of course, definitely does because golf is also an endurance sport. Maybe it doesn't look like it, but you're out in the field for 5 to 6 hours every single day, and so you need to have a nice, like a healthy, balanced diet. So, like no oily food, lot of leafy greens. So, a typical sports person diet.
We've been hearing that people playing golf either they have wrist injuries, a spinal, means depends if they exert. And even like one of my friends, brother, Anurag Adlaka's brother, Manoj Adlaka, you might have heard. He's, I think, possibly with the American Express.
Okay.
So he's a golfer.
Okay, lovely.
So these are very senior means we are
Yeah.
long back.
Yeah.
So,
No, I think injuries are really part of every single sport because you're just doing something which is not natural with the body. I'm swinging the club at 93 miles per hour. That is not natural. So you're doing something artificial. So it is bound to put strain on your body. So injuries are absolutely fine, but it's just how you deal with them and whether they become chronic or not.
great, Gauri. Thank you. This is Sanjay Agarwal signing off for World News, TV News 1, and for LI 24 into 7 News. We've got 3 channels merged all in one into the
Oh,
site.
lovely.
This is my
All
friend,
in
he
one.
represents TV News 1, so
All
he's
right.
the side for me.
That's amazing.
Thank you, ma'am.
Lovely. Thank you.
We wish you all the
Thank
best
you
for the
very
coming
much.
season.
I started when I was about 8 years old. It's been 15 years of playing golf now.
Okay, so who influenced you?
Actually, it was something that I got interested in pretty much by myself. My parents, nobody in my family plays golf. I just saw the sport and it seemed interesting. So I just wanted to take it.
So now you're a professional golfer, right? So what are tournaments you play across the world?
So obviously I started with playing on the Indian circuit, but this year I've been playing the European tour. So it's been a tour that takes place across Europe with multiple events happening in different countries. That's what's been happening this year. I would say the weather conditions are very different. Obviously, you're outside your comfort zone, so you kind of have to do things by yourself, grab your plans, just in everything, just trying to do everything yourself. That kind of adds up and becomes a little hard over time.
Do you feel that we need to have more girls in sports?
Absolutely. I think if you look at how well female athletes are doing in India, it should be a wake-up call for all of us that we need to have more women playing sports. If you look at the Olympics or even the Commonwealth Games, most of the medals were won by women. So if that's not a reason to support women's sport even more, then I don't know what else.
So I do support women. Like from my background, my grandfather studied first grade schools in India. So I always wanted them to come from that. And women are doing very well. And even today, with the youth, today because of the internet and the pandemic, so many other challenges. So I find sometimes they're hung up with their iPhones. So I want you to give a message to the youth that what is the way, how should they live their lives?
Well, I can only speak from personal experience and say that sport has brought so much good in my life, just as far as my personality, my fitness, everything. It's changed my life for the better. So I would really encourage the youth of this country to take up sports or any kind of physical activity in some way because it'll benefit you more than you know.
This is an endurance sport. So like what sort of diet do you take?
It's a very balanced diet that we try to make, making sure you have all the nutrients as a part of it and making sure you have enough energy to keep the course. And it changes day to day based on your training schedule. So you just have to make sure you're eating right and eating balanced.
And you have to do the training each day every morning you get up. What's your routine? If you like to share that.
Sure. So I train 6 days a week. I like to take one day off testing your body is really important as well, and to make sure you can perform your best. So I train for golf 6 times a week, but I train in the gym 3 to 4 times a week as well, strength training and endurance training. So that all kind of becomes a part of what we do. Sure, I have a swing coach who's based in the UK, so I work with him better remotely on video call. And then I also have a fitness trainer who I work with, and she's in Delhi. Sure, Lawrence Brothers is my coach, and Tenzin is my trainer, and
Thank you very much. I wish you all the best. Season. Hope to see you next time.
thank you so much.